$42,000 last night while I was asleep, while you were asleep. Hello, happy Monday, good morning. I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. We got a lot of things we're going to talk about today. We're going to take some liquidity out of these markets. We're going to address $42,000 Bitcoin, see what's going to happen next. Is this the end of a rally or are we just getting started? Then we're going to go over a DeSci recap for all of November because it is now December 4th. There's an echo. Love to see it. God damn it. $42,000, guys. This is absolutely mind-blowing. How on earth have we already reached $42,000 pre-halving? Bear in mind, Bitcoin literally it just continues to rally more and more. It's still here. It should not be here. Well, that's just great. All right, bear with me then. Double echo. Yeah, I'll be quiet, but I hate that it's doing this now because I have changed nothing. All right, how about that? Is that an echo? What the fuck? And Johnny, are you sabotaging me here? All right, Johnny, try and refresh your page then. But if Jeremy's not getting an echo, then we're gonna keep running with it. $42,000 literally just continues to rally higher and higher and higher. We did not have almost a single pullback from this rally that we experienced, which was shocking to me. We went up 30% only to literally continue to go up another 12% before having an astronomical rally here to 42% or to 42,000, which is another 12% gains. So I was trading last night while I was laying in bed. It was like 12:15 and I should have been asleep, but I was getting excited because when I saw that Bitcoin broke this right here, this 41,000, well, you could see something very clear happening, okay? You could see something extremely clear. When it broke 41,000, we were going straight to 42,000. How do I know that? I know that because of the liquidations, because of the liquidity. 2 windows open, Johnny, that's funny as hell. I've done that so many times, so I wouldn't even... There's been so many lives where I open it, not realizing that I'm in watching the live. So we're good. Hopefully the audio is all clear for everyone. I had to close out of something here, so hopefully that was not an important part of the audio. You're good, you're good. So when we broke $41,000, it was very clear we were going straight to $42,000. How do I know that? Because of the liquidity zones here on this heat map. If you guys have not seen this before, make sure you like the live stream, subscribe, because we go live Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. There was a lot of liquidity right here at $42,000. Now you don't have to pay attention to everything else on the screen. For this purpose right now, I want you to pay attention just to the left side here, okay? The brighter yellow and the more vibrant these bars are, the more liquidity there is for Bitcoin's price. Now this live stream, if you want to use it, it's 24/7 and it's K1M6A on YouTube. He goes live, Bitcoin Live, Bookmap, Liquidation Heat Map, and Live Kingfisher. So you want to pay attention to this, and I like paying attention to the top one here when I'm trading Bitcoin. It just refreshed, hopefully it didn't just disappear. You guys caught it there for a minute. You're good, MK. You missed some debacles, so it's good that you were late. The universe had you on your side. The ebbs and flows of any asset class, any market is going to go where the liquidity is. Why? Because liquidity is just a different word for demand. If there's a lot of demand for an asset at a certain price, the market will naturally tend to trend towards that price. Now, there is some manipulation that could go on if there's liquidity in a certain zone that's like right below or above, and market makers are gonna shoot the price over to grab those liquidations and get people out of positions before continuing on. But naturally, this is just a chart that shows you where the most demand is for Bitcoin. And for the last month or so, there's been a lot of liquidity up at $42,000. So whether that liquidity is short sellers covering, saying if Bitcoin is to get to $42,000, I will accept that we're not going to go to $12,000 for Bitcoin and I'll get out of my position, right? They have all their stop losses set at 42,000. So the market trends there, takes all their stop losses out. We don't necessarily know what this liquidity is derived from. We just know that it's there. And that's all we need to know. We don't need to know where it's coming from. We just need to know that it's there. So currently speaking, there's a lot of liquidity down here at about $38,000 for Bitcoin. But back to my point of bringing this up is that when I was trading last night, I knew when we broke 41,000, we were going to go straight to 42,000. And it took about 5 hours to get there. $1,000 on Bitcoin, 5 hours. Now, where we're gonna head is a little bit more discombobulated. If you look at the top here, this section of the liquidations, okay, this is on a smaller time scale. This green dotted line again represents Bitcoin's current price, and these bars above are the liquidity above the price. These bars below are the liquidity below the price. So currently speaking, there's a boatload of liquidity around 40,100, right in this zone, 40,100 to 40,500, okay? It's probably closer to like 200 or 300 to 500. So I would expect us to trend down there for the day, and well, we're already pretty much entering into that zone. So while this is a clear uptrend, and I'm not going to counter trade Bitcoin, you don't do that during this period of the market. You just don't. You really, like, that's a silly, easy way to get liquidated. We are going to wait for us to come down to this VWAP, see if we can find support, and then continue to trend upwards, because the trend is our friend here. I'm not gonna fight it. We just have to pay close attention. I'm sorry that my voice is cracking like this morning. I don't know what it is. I think I might be sick with something. So I, as always, am going to grab Bitcoin's chart and skirt it over to this side of my screen. That way I can keep an eye on it and we don't miss any trading opportunities as we go over some more exciting information. And if you guys see any cryptos that are popping off or anything you want to break down on the chart, please pop it into the chat and I will happily pause what I'm doing to go through and look at that chart, give my 2 cents, and we can maybe hop into a trade. I made $100 on my breakout trade from 41,000 to 42,000 last night. Last Friday we made $177, which kind of sucked because I had to do 177 push-ups in the spirit of Fitness Friday. What's good, Emmanuel? Happy for you to be here with us. Make sure you hit that like button. I can't see how many people are in the live stream right now. For some reason, my YouTube is not showing me that data, but that's all right. We're chilling. I might go just because I'm nosy and I'm curious. There we go. We got 9 investors watching with us right now. Although 9 traders, because we're traders here. Okay. This headline was really the only thing that Crypto Panic had, which was not Cardano related, so I pulled it up. One of Brazil's largest banks announces the launch of Bitcoin trading, which altcoins are next. Crypto Panic is really focused almost exclusively on Cardano lately, and I think it's stupid. It's a wasted resource. There's so many other things to be talking about other than Cardano, but it is what it is. It's not for me to say. It's just exciting to see that we continue to see the adoption of Bitcoin. I don't think this is what drove any of the price action. This is just like more fuel in the tank to kind of like back up our bullish thesis on Bitcoin, right? More and more countries, not just companies or organizations or individuals or groups of people, but dead ass whole countries are adopting Bitcoin and starting to allow access for Bitcoin trading into their economy. So huge, exciting. We love to see it continue to play out. If you look specifically at Bitcoin's money flow for the day, you'll see that a lot of money is flowing directly in from USD. So it's low-key skipping straight over stablecoins. People are just going right into Bitcoin. That's kind of exciting. It's like new money. This pump that we're experiencing is new money flowing in. This is not a cycle of money, which is important for us after understanding this flow of money in crypto. Okay? You got to pay attention here, because usually we go from fiat into Bitcoin to large caps, mid caps, low caps, back to Bitcoin, then out into fiat, right? This is people taking profits. You go from Bitcoin back into fiat after this whole cycle. What did we see? We saw Bitcoin have that initial pump and then trend sideways and up a little bit for like a month, or at least like 3 weeks. That entire time, large caps pumped, like Solana, like Ethereum, like I guess Cardano didn't really pump too much, but Matic. We saw TIA, we saw Kaspa, we saw BitTensor. These larger cryptocurrencies went nuts, went up an insane amount of money. And then we saw the mid caps start going. So you saw like the Hello coin and the Wait and a lot of just the coins that are chilling at around $100 million market cap. Those to me are mid cap. And then we finally saw like decentralized science have a major narrative. Those are all low caps. Dare I even say those are micro caps. I was expecting the money to flow out of these things into Bitcoin and then go to fiat. But if you look at what actually is happening, you'll see that the reason Bitcoin's pumping right now is not because people are taking profits on their altcoins. Instead, it's new money coming in. This cycle is repeating again. New money from fiat is coming back into Bitcoin. This is huge to pay attention to, and this allows us to understand that this pump we're experiencing is probably going to continue onwards for a little bit. We just reset the cycle. So I would expect another little wave of altcoins. How long this is going to last, I don't actually know. None of us really know, because, well, if you look at Bitcoin on the weekly, you'll see that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the 8th week in a row that Bitcoin is having a green candle. That's not going to last forever. That won't. 8 weeks in a row hasn't happened more than like 2 or 3 times in, well, this is a bad chart to have it on because it doesn't have the whole history of Bitcoin. Let's go to Coinbase and I'll even be able to show you guys some cool stuff here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This was only a 5-week rally. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is a 7-week rally. And then we had a small pullback and then literally went into the massive bull run. The massive bull rally that we experienced in 2021. Where did it happen before that? We saw it here as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks. On the 8th week, we had a small pullback before a huge rally. This was back in 2019. So this is what we could be experiencing right now. We could see some disgustingly insane rally. I mean, we already are experiencing it. It's like, holy shit. 16th to the 20th, indeed. Indeed. Let's see if I can pull up my prediction. I think it might be on the historical index. Yeah, there we go. So this is the halving. This line represents the next halving that we're going to experience around May of 2024. I think Coinbase or CoinMarketCap has a list of how many days. It's got like a counter, how many days until the halving. I drew a circle here with the epicenter of $40,000 at the halving. I expected, and I drew this circle. I wish I could see and tell you guys when I drew the circle. If you guys know, please let me know how I can see when I drew the circle. Hold on. Will Bitcoin be above 40? Don't go anywhere. Okay, I just entered a poll into the chat. Is Bitcoin going to be above 40K at the halving? Above or below? I expected us to be at 40K plus or minus about $5,000 for Bitcoin. I drew the circle to represent $10,000, so maybe I thought 10K. Because what's $10,000 to Bitcoin, right? It just sliced straight through that plus more in the span of a month. I drew this circle around the bottom here. I think a little bit after when I had confirmation that we did bottom and we broke trend. So right around February of 2023, I drew this circle just to represent where I think Bitcoin was going to head. And we are way ahead of schedule. We are way ahead of my expected schedule. I'm not going to complain, guys. I'm not going to complain because that's exciting. All right, so probably going to enter a Bitcoin long here. Screw trading with all the altcoins. Bitcoin is in a good structure, and that's where most of the volatility is. So I think it's easiest just to stick to Bitcoin here. You can see most of the altcoins are actually bleeding aggressively against Bitcoin. So that's unique. That's very interesting. Holy shit, what happened to XRP? XRP just had a 10% collapse. I gotta look up news. Same with Aptos. What happened to altcoins? Guys, what are we doing? Why are we talking about Bitcoin? What's going on with altcoins? Why are they all tanking like this? Literally, what happened at a couple hours ago? What just happened? Why did everything collapse like that? Yeah, you guys see that? How crazy is that? Solana lost 5% instantly when Bitcoin dumped. Nixu, that's wild. That's wild. Look at this. Holy shit. That's like 2 candles in the matter of 2 minutes. 5% collapse on Solana. That changed all of altcoins' directions. Every altcoin then subsequently switched up and is now trending below the VWAP, making lower highs and lower lows. Scary. XRPs, that's an intense one. There must be XRP news. XRP news. Okay. My girlfriend in the background just said, she laughs and goes, "You said XRP-ness." XRP news. They flipped the switch. They flipped something, all right. Could this be it? CoinDesk. Why is it so large? Federal Judge Torres gave the crypto industry a shot in the arm last July when she handed Ripple a partial victory. The crypto industry and the SEC. I need AI. Should I do this? Should I summarize it? Yeah, here we go. I have a little AI plugin. It's ChatGPT. So I literally just asked it to summarize the article for me. So we gotta wait. Here we go. Okay, it's just as long as the actual article. Jesus. Federal judge ruling on Ripple SEC case and a partial victory for Ripple. The ruling, significant impact on the crypto projects. Yeah, so this is a XRP maximalist who's literally just posted this for the sake of posting it so that everyone remembered that Ripple got a partial victory. Literally more than half of the sales. Never mind. This person just wasted my time. Dumb. I can't. Can that read out loud? Maybe. I think I might have just closed out of it though. I actually don't know. I know that it summarizes videos as well. So if we look, okay, we just saw here a little bit of a higher low there, just marginally. We also see that despite it not coming down to the middle VWAP, right? Despite Bitcoin not actually coming down to the middle VWAP here, like I enjoy trading off of, it has been consistently coming down just above it. So 0.2%, 0.3%. I guess I could count that, but 0.8%. So it's not actually reaching the middle VWAP, so I'm not expecting it to reach the middle VWAP here either. It came down to the same amount as it was in the past. The price it is at right now, if we were to return back to the high of the day, that's a 1% gain, that hits our potential for profit. Do I think Bitcoin's going to go back up to 42,100? I'm not sure. It's all good. I'll go mess around with it. Yes, absolutely go mess around with Merlin. If we look at the RSI, it has been diverging a little bit here. So we had a peak down at the bottom, or I guess a trough down at the bottom, and then it came up, it broke above this moving average here, and it looks like it's coming down to put in another higher low on the RSI. So I'm paying attention and will probably enter into a Bitcoin long here because I'm not going to counter trade Bitcoin. So let's open up BTC. Perp futures. We do have to be a little bit careful because it does look like Bitcoin is slowly losing its strength here, right? It does look as if this is more so a trending sideways, like consolidation zone. I would say even up to here. But that's not genuine. Right? So it might be beneficial to then take profits if we got back to the upper end here. So 0.67. I am going to go long though. Damn, I was using 50x leverage last night on Bitcoin. Don't tell my girlfriend. That's crazy. What was I on? I was half asleep. Check Bitcoin dominance candle. Oh, that's gonna be lit. That's gonna be lit, actually. Good call, Nixu. Oh my god, look at that. This is like the dollar moving, okay? Think about this as the DXY. Imagine if the dollar went up 1%. How wild is that? Hey, only 71% of you believe that Bitcoin's gonna be above $40,000 at the halving. I agree with the 29% of you who says it will be below. 50x, you crazy. Yeah, I was in and out and I was half asleep. So I was like 50x, I can go 125x. So 50x is like below the halfway point. That's reasonable. That's me practicing good risk management because I could go more than double that. And that was like me literally half asleep doing that. That was dumb. That could have wiped out my account very easily, very quickly. I was just delusional. All right, we're gonna enter in. I am marginally nervous to see that we could have a break of structure here. So if we do have a break of structure, my stop loss is probably gonna be down here. I just don't wanna, I'm putting it below the previous lows over here, okay? Because I think it's hard to say if this is going to break structure or if this is going to continue upwards momentum all day. At 9:30, so in 5 minutes, institutional traders come into the market. Institutional traders are not the same as retail traders. They act slightly differently. So they might come in after the weekend. They have their coffee, they have their line of cocaine, whatever they do in the morning to get ready for their day of trading. And they might just be here to take profits. So in 5 minutes, it could possibly dump. I know it's not going to work exactly like that because they're all probably sitting at their computer already with their limit orders and with everything that they've been looking at, right? There's a pre-market trading, so it's not going to happen exactly like that, but you get what I'm saying. Retail traders over the weekend are not the same as institutional traders. Plus the dollar is ripping. Holy shit. The dollar's finding support. This is interesting. This is very interesting. So the dollar has now been 4 days on a little bit of a bull run. So it's bouncing off of a low that it just generated, the dollar. This is the DXY. You guys all are fully aware of what the DXY is. If you're not, feel free to ask. I will happily explain it. I'll do it briefly. Yeah, I'll do it anyways, whether or not whether or not you guys are asking for it. The DXY is taking the dollar and comparing the dollar's value to a basket of other first world currencies. So it just compares the value of a dollar compared to the average value of a basket of other currencies and then charts it. This is what it is. It's been in a constant uptrend for years. Bitcoin, the dollar has been in an uptrend since '08. Now, if you zoom out even further, you go do monthly candles. There's a lot of drawing here. Oh shit. You do monthly candles, you'll see that the dollar's actually been in a downtrend since its existence, but since '08, it's been in an uptrend. Right? You guys see that? Kind of low-key broke out of it. That's scary. Imagine the dollar starts gaining traction again. No, we'll delete that. It's been putting in lower highs. So boom, peak, hopefully boom, peak, but we will see. We got to wait and see what the outcome is of this most recent trend. Back to Bitcoin. Nobody gives a shit about the dollar. All right, I'm in the trade. I'm long Bitcoin. I am long up to the top of this trend. I'll probably take profits right at the high here, so 0.68%. I'm gonna put this over here to have the chart while I talk about decentralized science. Again, if you guys have any altcoins you wanna bring up, feel free to bring them up. If you guys wanna go over your portfolios, I have my portfolio on the screen here. I'd be more than happy to break down some of your portfolios here. I know that people such as Johnny just made a shit ton of money off of Research Coin. Research Coin went absolutely insane. 58% today alone. In the last month, it's up almost a 40x. It peaked up around 70 cents. Yeah, it peaked at 70 cents. 70 cents was a 40x from when I first started talking about it. Talked about it at 1.5 pennies. Now it's sitting at 55 cents. This was one of the easiest decentralized science plays in my opinion because it was so small and it was Brian Armstrong's child. Brian Armstrong's not going to let his child fail. This is a bet on Brian Armstrong's approach into decentralized science. And now that we've seen CZ even get excited into it, I imagine he's going to launch something pretty soon. It's like a way for them to give back, right? It's charity work for crypto heads in a way. Terrence, good morning. Happy to see you in here. If you guys are just strolling in, please hit that like button on your way through. I'm live Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We trade the markets and talk about decentralized science here. This is my portfolio challenge where I'm turning $500 into enough money for the down payment on a house. Let me bow. I think it's going to be extremely easy. Just to be frank with you guys, I have faith in myself that I'll turn the $500 into $50,000. Sent you mine if you need a volunteer. Yes, if you're fine with that. If you are fine with that, Goku Batman. Is it in the Discord? No, you sent it over private message. Is this your... No, this isn't your actual portfolio. Do you want me to actually use it? Or I guess I should ask, are you fine with me actually using it? Otherwise, I got a decentralized sign. I might just save this for a video though, so I don't bore everyone. I'm gonna save this one for a video. Unless we get some boring stuff going on, I'm gonna save this guy for a video. Okay, beautiful. Then let's do it. Come on. This is the Discord. This is the conversation that I was having with Goku Batman. Hopefully there's nothing too important here. No, it looks like we're fine. This is his portfolio. Completely doxing him. Completely doxing him here. Most of his portfolio here, Ethereum. We also got Polygon. Hopefully this is what you knew I was going to do. I don't think... I'm doxing how much money you had in them too, but this is just one of your portfolios, right? So this is not explaining all of it. Ethereum, Polygon, Quant, VitaDAO, Aptos, Morpheus Network, Chainlink, Filecoin, and Gala. An extremely small amount in Gala. Gala is a little sus for me. If we look up Gala, I want to like it. I really do. I'm starting at the bottom, which is probably opposite of what you'd expect. I want to like Gala a lot, but I just don't. I don't think that the way that they've marketed and handled their tokenomics is really the best way to move forward with it. I just never sold it. Yeah, I know. They had an initial spike, and they fixed their tokenomics when they merged and went to a new contract address. But it's like whenever you do this, whenever you see a crypto change contracts, it just doesn't really work out as good for them. So I think Gala was the gaming crypto of last cycle. I think that there's going to be many better ones that come out that even replace Gala. They got a couple cool games, but like games cycle in and out. They cycle in and out drastically. So there's no saying like who's going to be the best one to move forward with that. Which platform. Like I think PZP is one. PlayZap. $12 million market cap. That's way smaller. I think it's probably going to put in better returns than Gala. What is the other one? Nakamoto Games. Nakamoto Games. Naka, I think, will just point blank become bigger than Gala, in my opinion. They've been going on an absolute rampage from 6 cents to $2.10. I think this will do a little bit better. I understand that you just had it, but Athena DAO. How about Athena DAO? Yes, I like Athena DAO. Do they even have a coin out right now? Athena DAO is lit. I'm a huge fan of Athena DAO, but let me finish this little portfolio breakdown. You didn't say anything about me having put up how much money you hold in each one, so I'm going to put it back up. Filecoin, I think, is garbage. I just being blatant with it. I think that they should have grabbed on strongly to the NFT narrative, and they didn't. And even now the NFT narrative is not as hot. Filecoin, I think there's way better options. Chainlink, I like it a lot. $86 in it. I think you could probably up this. Morpheus Network, I think, is a good call, a good play. It's been putting in work, and it's like definitely been rewarding. Aptos, Sui, I kind of view as very similar. Arbitrum, Aptos, and Sui, I all in my head have compartmentalized into one thing. I'm waiting till after the halving to try and hold on to it. Personally speaking, I am not entering into any of those three until after the halving. But I think that they'll perform really well. They're new coins. They're really just getting started. MNW is great. MNW has been putting in work. A lot of people like it. VitaDAO, I think, is fantastic. This is like the biggest, and this is the first decentralized science play that really existed, and they're putting in work. I think this will be a great coin to hold in a portfolio. Quant, I think, is a stable, solid 10 to 20x. No complaints there. Polygon Matic, $1,000. I think that there's better options out there, but again, Polygon Matic's a good coin. Explain why you're waiting. Yeah, I'll pull it up. I will happily explain why I'm waiting on Aptos, Sui, and Arbitrum in a moment. And then Ethereum, $17,000. This portfolio is super heavy dominant on ERC20 tokens. You got Ethereum, you got a layer 2 on Ethereum, you got a coin that's literally built on top of Ethereum, you got VitaDAO, which is an ERC20 token, you got Aptos, Morpheus, which are not. Chainlink has now kind of become agnostic, but initially was just an Ethereum coin. Filecoin is different, and then Gala is an ERC coin. So definitely need a little bit of diversification in it, but I think it's solid. I don't think that you'll regret having a portfolio like that. I just don't think you're maximizing potential gains. Bitcoin is breaking out of my structure here. So might take an L on that trade. Sucks to suck, Patrick. Sucks to suck. We shall see. We're still in it. We're still holding. Okay. I think there's a website that actually goes through this. Crypto Rank. Hopefully this is it. No, I'm looking for a chart that will show it exactly. Here we go. I'm waiting because as of November, so literally last month, you can see that the dilution of the token started ramping up excessively, and it's going to continue until May of 2024, where it starts to taper off a little bit. So I just want to skip this massive inflation rate, and I think that post Bitcoin halving, most coins are going to do very well. So after that halving, I'm willing to kind of pop into it, but Aptos is going through a massive period of dilution right now. So their token supply over the next 6 months, over the next year, their token supply is likely going to double. And so I just think that there's better coins out there. Not to say that it's not going to perform well, but I just think it's not going to perform as good as it could possibly perform if I wait until after halving. And Sui looks very similar to this, and so does Arbitrum. All of these coins could perform really well despite having unlocks like that. This is not like a curse, right? Bitcoin's best returns came when it was getting diluted the most, right? That's an argument that Hex uses a lot. Oh shit, I'm late. What are you trading? Right now, literally just in Bitcoin. I'm in a Bitcoin long. My stop loss is right here, and we almost came down and touched it. I'm expecting Bitcoin to just continue trending upwards. We kind of broke out of the structure a little bit here, but we did here as well, and here, and here. So I'm hoping we go back up to the top of this range where I'll take some profits. It's 1%, and I'm in it for 30x, so it's not 1%, but I'll make about 23% of the portfolio on this trade, which will be happy for me. Wonderful question, and welcome in. Hopefully you're enjoying yourselves. We got 64% now saying that Bitcoin will be above 40,000 at the time of the halving. We'll see. We'll have to wait and see. We got Render. Johnny says Render is great. Oh, Athena DAO. Yes, here. If I go to molecule.xyz and wait for this to load, you will actually see, if you go here to the marketplace, you'll see most of the DAOs in decentralized science. I gotta pee so bad, guys. I got Bitcoin over here, just seeing. We're literally getting rejected. We're at the point where I entered in, so we're low-key getting rejected at it. We'll see if we can kind of bounce. But if you come here, you'll see the most recent funding round. So this is a new one. They recently funded this one over here for a delay of ovarian aging, and then here they're targeting another research on follicle survival, $102,000 funded by Athena DAO. So if you come, this is a website worth bookmarking. It's discover.molecule.to, or just go to the marketplace for Molecule Beta, and you'll see the recent rounds of fundraising by different decentralized science protocols, and you can see who's the most active. So Athena, Hair, Valley, Vita. You see why Vita is good. That's a super great site. I went through it the other day. Good, Johnny, good. I chose the worst day to oversleep. You're chilling. Diago, literally, we're still at the entry point. We're currently up 1.5% on the Bitcoin long. So it's not like you missed out on too much there. But you did miss a lot because Bitcoin's at $42,000. Bitcoin's at 42,000. We're continuing. While I'm a little bit bearish, low-key think that we'll probably break out and not continue higher and higher and higher because that's just not how Bitcoin functions. I'm not going to counter trade. And until this trend is proven to be broken, I'm going to continue to be longing every trade that I go in for Bitcoin. It's just, that's how you avoid getting wrecked. Don't fight the trend. Don't fight the trend. If we go back to Molecule, we can see even more here if it is going to allow me. Here we go to funders and scroll down. You'll actually see a list of how many projects have been funded from the different protocols. So Cry DAO, Psy DAO, Valley DAO, Hair DAO, Athena DAO, and Vita DAO. It's just a cool website. It's definitely worth having a bookmark for. I have to go to the bathroom. So you guys watch Bitcoin. Everyone put a prayer on it. Hopefully we continue this rally. Again, my take profit is up here. So make the price go up. I'll be back in a couple minutes. Maybe not even a couple minutes, a couple seconds.
Can you come get your child? Can't reach him.
Blue.
Oh, now you, oh, you little shit.
Dad. No. No. It's up in the cabinet.
Yeah, go for it.
Did we take profits yet? Or did we get liquidated? All right, we're at the exact same price. Thank you all for waiting. Appreciate each and every one of you being here with me this morning. I got a couple more things we're gonna address, and then I'm going to keep everyone updated on the outcome of this trade in the Discord server. So if you're not in the Discord server, you definitely are missing out there. I just revamped a lot of it, added new roles, new categories, an entire classroom history, because we've done about 14 different classrooms, and I think there's a lot of valuable information there. It's free for the time being, so you should definitely find the link and join if you are interested in it, becoming one of those investors. Now, today, I'm gonna be leaving my studio, my beautiful background here. I'm gonna be taking my laptop, and I am going to be going over to Blockchain Boy's house with Aaron. The three of us are founding a company together, Blocks Solutions. You should check it out. It's going to change the entire crypto game, and I'm 100% confident in that. Nobody really understands what we're doing there yet, but you will in a couple months. I'm going to go work on it a little bit with them, and then we're going down to Miami. We're going to Art Basel, so if one of you guys are going to be there, please, like, literally please hit me up. I would love to meet one of you guys IRL in person. I'm going to be at Art Basel from about Wednesday until the end of the weekend. My girl's even coming down because the condo's getting fumigated and we need to leave and evacuate. So we're gonna take the cats. So if you're there over the weekend, you might even be able to meet the two cats that I got, Floop and Bird. But I'm gonna be making videos and trading live still, but from my laptop. So things get a little bit hazy when it's from my laptop because I only have one monitor. 100% still want you guys to be there. We're still gonna provide as much value as possible, and we're still gonna continue to grow this community because we're in a groove right now. Decentralized science is hot, and so we gotta execute while the flame is burning. What else was I gonna say? That was low key it. I was just telling you guys that I'm gonna be AF K, but not K. AFS, away from studio. Niche is long. Nice, his long is bouncing back. Yes, it is bouncing back. Don't fight the trend. We're up 6% on it, which is 26 bucks. So it's a small account. It's small numbers. Tell everyone I said hi. Absolutely, Dream. You will be missed. Please show up. I know you got a family though. I think I'm gonna long 5x ETH and keep it for a few days. This thing looks like it wants to break. Did we not just break? I feel like you do what you want. We're gonna break it down a little bit on the analysis. Did we not just break? So generally speaking, what I look for is for breaks in trends like this. So we had a daily close of a breakout. The next day, We even broke and closed above the previous highs here, okay? So if you're gonna long out of breakouts, you long at these 2 points. You long, and you do what you want. If you feel like we're gonna continue the trend, like do what you feel like you need to do, okay? But this is how I like to do it. So on the daily, I drew a trend line here, and we established that we broke out of the trend line. We then, on Ethereum, came back down and literally tested that trend line. This is where I long, and then we had another break of this trend line. We didn't come down and test it, but it doesn't matter so much because we completely broke and closed a daily above. This would have been another good entry point for a long. Now we've continued to rally, and we're like, let me ask you this. On the daily chart here, if you're gonna hold it for a few days, and does this RSI chart look like we're overextended, or does it look like we're gonna continue to have some more momentum upwards? And I'm genuinely asking you that. Does this look like a good setup to go long in? If your answer is yes, then hell yeah. A 5x long is not crazy leverage. And if you're quick to take your profits, you can do good here. Like, we don't have major area of contention again until right around here, maybe even a little bit higher, right? You could argue that it's up here at $2,500. So Ethereum could go straight to $2,500. Good perspective on an entry, thanks. Absolutely, absolutely. That's just what works for me. Doesn't mean it has to work for everyone. If you think that there's room to run, hell yeah, do it up. Just practice good risk management. The only thing that I'm here to say is, are you entering it out of FOMO, or are you entering it because it's a perfect setup? Don't enter into these trades because of FOMO. FOMO trading and investing off of the fear of not making money means you're gambling. It means you sat down at the roulette table and you're sitting there going, should I put it on black or red? You think you're gonna do black, but you're like, well, I'm not 100% sure, so I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait a second. And it lands on black, and you're like, damn it, I should have put it on black. And then the next time around, you're like, I still think it's gonna land on black, but I like 2 in a row, that's not really possible. That's not something that happens super frequent, so it'll probably be red, but I'm just gonna sit out and I'm gonna wait. And it lands on black again, and you're like, damn it, I knew that that's what it was gonna be. This happens 3, 4 times in a row, and then you are like, you know what, I'm putting the house on black. It's just been black 4 times in a row. What's 5 times? It's gonna happen. I've been sitting here watching it. Like, I've called every single one. You put it all on black and it lands on red because you entered in out of FOMO. What you should have done is waited until you got 6, 7, 8 blacks in a row. You should have waited till you had 8 blacks in a row, and then you should have gone on red. You should have waited until you had 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blacks in a row, and then you should have gone on red. Sorry, that's just me. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. We'll only know at the end of next week. So tune back in, because we'll be live for sure. We will 100% be live, because we go live when? Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know I keep repeating it. Bitcoin is kind of rebounding away. We're back down literally at break even again. So we're fluctuating in and out of here. We will see if we're going to break trend and start downtrending here and break through the middle VWAP. If we do, this is my stop loss. I'll be out. I'll keep the Discord up to date on the outcome of this trade. If you guys have any more questions for me, please ask them now. Thanks for your opinion. What's the Bitcoin price prediction for the next 3 months? Can we hit the 2x? No. I would bet all of my money that in the next 3 months, we do not 2x from here. I would take that bet confidently that we will not 2x from here in the next 3 months. Next 3 months, that puts us in February. That's almost my birthday, actually. 3 months from now is almost my birthday. So will Bitcoin be at $84,000 on my birthday? My answer conclusively is no. You want to see what my expectation is for what Bitcoin does? Let me get the chart up that has my... This is what I think Bitcoin's going to do. So we're having this little final rally up. I think we're going to pull back. I think we'll pull back to these support levels. That's what I think is going to happen. It's not a very happy or fun feeling, but I think Bitcoin's about to wipe out about $10,000 off of its price. We'll see. Hopefully I'm wrong because I'm net long right now, and so that would kind of hurt. But I think that that's just the ebbs and flow of the market. We're rallying aggressively on the hopes of an ETF. Maybe we continue this for another month and we go up and start approaching $48,000, $49,000. But I think ultimately we will come back down a good amount. No more than 48. I kind of agree with MK. There's a lot of area of congestion up here at 48,000. I call it areas of congestion because congestion is like a little war, a little battle. It's either support or resistance depending on what side we're on, or it's just an area of congestion, an area where there's a decision that needs to be made. Right now we're at one, and we'll be at another one at $48,000. Your time's your most valuable asset. Hopefully this was worth investing into. Hopefully I make some money on this long for Bitcoin and we get that account continuing to roar to life. I will see you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m. Where's the OBS?